Dear students, welcome to Strength of Material Lab. Today we are going to perform one more experiment using impact testing machine. It is a pendulum impact testing machine. That experiment name is Sharpie and Izod impact test. First we perform the Sharpie impact test and next phase we will perform the Izod impact test. So let's see about the machine and experimental manual which we call lab sheet. So let's go to the machine. This is the machine. So in this machine you have seen dial indicator and the pointer, and here you have seen for Sharpie the outer scribe scale is the Sharpie's impact test scale, and here inside scribe scale is the Izod scale values. So in Izod impact test 1 division equal to 2 joule, and this is the pointer, and for Sharpie also 1 division equal to 2 joule. For Sharpie full scale is your 300 joule, and for Izod 168 joule. This scale Sharpie impact test, this scale outside scribe scale is for Sharpie impact test. Full scale is 300 joule. For Izod this one 168 to 0 to 168. This full scale is 168, and for Sharpie full scale is 300. So this is the machine, impact testing machine. So here this is the latching tube. So this tube and the center of axis of this impact testing machine, where we place our specimen, that axis is angle is 141 degree 44 minute 14 second, that angle, and this is the brake. Actually this works under the principle of potential energy stored inside the hammer, and once you release the hammer, potential energy will be converted to kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy will be used for breaking the specimen. So let's see. First, hammer is now it is in rest position, stable position. This rest position. Now we will put the hammer in this position. We will bring the hammer. We will bring this hammer top position. We will fix it in top. So how I am making it, you just check once. I am bringing this hammer. So I put this hammer in the topmost position by lifting it, and once I put it here, automatically it will keep fixed, and this is the safety handle. So now hammer is in topmost position. Now this machine is ready for conducting Sharpie impact test. So how to perform the Sharpie impact test? This is the first step. Second step, we will put the specimen. So before putting the specimen, you need to see some other things, like this is called striker. You have seen, I think this is striker. This is tapered, and this is pointed striker. This is called striker. You see carefully. This is the striker. This is striker. Both sides tapered. This is striker. Striker can be taken out. For Sharpie impact test, this is the striker. For Izod impact test, striker will be different. That will also we will show you. So in this hammer, this striker is attached. Now we can go for fixing the specimen. For fixing specimen, you need to go to the bottommost position of the setup. So this is your specimen. So this is your specimen. Just check once specimen. So this is your specimen. So this is specimen. This you have seen. This you have seen. This is some rustings are there because specimens were kept since last year. So this is our specimen. So here you have seen in this specimen one notch is there in the center. One notch is there. So this is the notch. This is the notch. This is the notch. You have seen this is notch. This is the notch. This is called U-shaped notch. This is U notch. In Sharpie and IJOD impact test, there will be notch on each specimen. Then IJOD specimen, this is the notch. For Sharpie specimen, this is the notch. This is the notch. Notch can be either U notch or V notch. So notch geometry, where to put notch, the specimen geometry, everything here. So this is the specimen geometry. This is the specimen geometry. For Sharpie, this length is specimen length is 55 plus minus 0.6 mm, and this notch geometry is 1 mm root radius plus minus 0.07, and then this notch should be made in milling cutting machine, and this width and thickness of this specimen is 10 mm, 10 into 10, length 55, and notch geometry is this one. This one is a notch geometry. This is a notch geometry. You can see clearly it is mentioned. This is the notch. This is the notch. This is for IJOD. This is the specimen. This is the specimen, and this is the specimen dimension details and notch geometry. Angle 45 degree. This is the geometry. Root radius for IJOD 0.25, for Sharpie 1 plus minus 0.07 mm. So everything will be given soft copy as well as in video. We will provide you this manual copy so that you can easily understand. So now this specimen we will put on our impact testing machine for Sharpie impact test. First we will perform the Sharpie impact test. Sharpie impact test. As machine is ready for Sharpie impact test. For IJOD impact test, we need to change the hammer position. Now hammer position is 141 degree, 44 minutes 14 seconds, as I told earlier. But for IJOD, this hammer position we need to change it. We need to make it almost 90 degree. For that, this tube we need to fix it here. Fix it here, then hammer will be positioned like this, horizontal. Now it is angular direction. Now its position is angular, it will be horizontal. Then we also need to change the striker also for IJOD. As machine is ready for Sharpie impact test, we will perform the Sharpie impact test right now. So how to perform Sharpie impact test already I have explained. Now we will go for fixing the specimen. For fixing specimen we will hold like this, and striker will strike exactly back of this notch. Specimen we will put like this, you see, like this we will put the specimen. So notch is here, this is the notch will face frontward direction, and striker will directly strike exactly back of this notch. So now we will go for releasing the hammer. So here what happened, weight of the hammer is around 21.5 kg. So height, and this height also we know. So this hammer having potential energy stored within the hammer, and this, if we release this hammer, then what will happen, this potential energy will be converted to kinetic energy, and that energy will be used for striking this material. Then we will find out the toughness of the material, how much energy absorbed while fracturing, while breaking the material. Why notch provided? So that specimen breaks through the notch point. Otherwise, specimen may not fracture. It will directly get bent. So you will have some idea once we perform the test how to measure the toughness of material. So now I am going to release the hammer. For releasing hammer, you need to place this safety handle in its position. Now hammer is ready to release. This is the hammer releasing lever. This is the hammer releasing lever. So we will release the lever, this lever. Then what will happen? Hammer will swing. Hammer will fall. Hammer will swing, and it will, while swinging, it will strike the sample exactly back of this notch. Then specimen will get two pieces. If it is ductile material, it may just get fracture or some deformation before failure. And if it is brittle material, then it will completely become two pieces. So now I will place this pointer in here. I place this pointer. Okay. Now I will release the hammer. I am going to release the hammer. Once I release the hammer, then hammer is swinging and it will already strike the material and specimen get failed. Specimen become two part through the notch. Now we need to stop the hammer as hammer is swinging. As this is experiment is little bit dangerous, that's why this protective barricades are given. So now we will put this brake. This is the brake. This brake we will use. Then hammer will be stopped. Hammer will be stopped. So hammer is stopped now. So hammer is stopped. Now we will measure how much energy it absorbed while fracturing the material. You count from 0 to 1 division equal to 2 joule. That means 1 division equal to 2 joule. This is 2 joule. 1 division 2 joule. 4, 6, 8, 10 joule. This one 10 joule. And here it is directly you can read. This is 60 joule. 62, 64, 66 joule. Almost 66 joule energy absorbed by this material. So this way we need to perform the Sharpie impact test, and different conditions like temperature and weather and other cold condition, cold material. If we keep it at low temperature below -degree Celsius, then what will happen in toughness? Material will change or not? So these things we will get. At high temperature if we use, then it may take less load. If we use low temperature, then it may take more load. So at different conditions we can perform the test. So this is normal room temperature we have performed this test, but here in this machine, this specific environment room temp chamber not available, so we have to perform it in normal room temperature only. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Next I will show you the iodide impact test. Since this configuration for iodide impact test, already we have performed Sharpie impact test. Now this tube you need to place it at this position for changing the impact energy. This angle will be around 90 degrees. So we need to take these things, test these Allen screws loose, take these things out, then only we can. Now we will remove this tube and we will insert it, we will put it here So after putting, we need to fix these Allen screws, and we need to tighten it. Impact testing machine is ready for IZER impact test. So this is the hammer, swinging hammer. This hammer we will place in this position. After that, we will put this safety handle. Then we will place this pointer. IZER full scale is 168 joule per division equal to 2 joule. Inside scale is the IZER scale, so we will put it here. 160. This pointer we will put it here. Then we will go for showing you the striker. This is called striker. This striker is different from Sharpie impact test. So this is called IZER impact striker, and this is our specimen. This is our material. This length is 75 mm. This is the specimen. 75 mm, 10 into 10, width and thickness 10 into 10, and this is the notch. This is V notch. This is the notch geometry. Included angle 45 degree, and depth of this notch 2 mm, and from notch position to the top length 28, and striker will strike front of this notch below 6 mm. From top below 6 mm. That means 28 minus 22 will 6 mm below striker will strike. So now we will place the specimen in that picture. This is called template. This one we will insert through this notch, V notch. So we are inserting through this notch. Then this Allen screw is available here for tightening, for properly holding the specimen in position. Now we will tighten it by this Allen key. After tightening, we will take this template out, and now we will go for striking the specimen by swinging hammer. Now let us remove this safety handle. During the sample fixing time, this handle should be kept here, otherwise some accident may happen. That's why we should keep it, and during testing you will just take out or remove it, and then everything you keep ready. This angle position, hammer striker into the sample axis, it is angle is 90 degree. Now let us release the hammer. So we will release the hammer. So now we have seen hammer impact the specimen, and specimen get failed. Specimen broke. So how much energy absorbed, that you can see directly from this dial gauge. So it is pointer very clearly, so clearly you see 40 joule, 42, around 44 joule. 44 joule energy absorbed. Now we will remove the specimen. For removing the specimen, again you need to loose this Allen screw by Allen key, then take out the specimen. So this is the material. It is broke at this point. So now Sharpie test over. Rest of the calculations you need to do. So we will provide you manual here, specimen geometry, all theory. These details will be provided, and some quiz answers are there. Quiz questions are there. Then you need to write your answer and calculations. So we will provide you this type of one manual. Here everything will be given detail, and this type of one table will be provided. Here you need to put your, as per this table you need to write the sample details, sample geometry, notch position, everything. Initial energy of hammer for IZER, initial energy of hammer is 168 joule. Final energy of hammer that you will get from this energy absorbed. How much energy absorbed? 44 joule we have got. So initial energy of hammer minus energy absorbed equal to final energy of hammer. That you need to write here. And type of fracture. For studying, getting the type of fracture, you need to look it through eye, or you need further study in microscope. Then only you will actually know what type of fracture happens. Ductile fracture, brittle fracture, or some other types of fracture happen. So that this one, as you can write it as a brittle fracture or ductile fracture. Sometimes you can say brittle fracture, sometimes ductile fracture, depending upon the observation in microscope. So this is the experiment. So Sharpie also, you like this way, you need to put your readings and do the rest of the calculation. These are some questions, exercise. So here you need to answer all those things. Thank you very much.